What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about The Mandalorian and the Ahsoka series. But before we do start, remember, hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell so you're always in the know. Also, don't forget I have a membership program. There's 3 tiers to that, so make sure you join one of them. And as always, don't forget, once you're done watching this video, go check out my last one. Give it a thumbs up as you watch. Let's start the show. Know that the importance of Grogu to Star Wars universe goes far beyond how popular Baby Yoda really is. Now, The Mandalorian met Grogu precisely because of how many people wanted the child after we saw how later it established that Moff Gideon was the main agent looking for the child. Now, though Moff Gideon's plans were still a mystery during the Mandalorian Season 1 finale, the Mandalorian Season 2 all but confirmed that Gideon only wanted Grogu to study his blood. The Mandalorian Season 2 also heavily hinted that Gideon and other remaining Imperial forces were conducting cloning research, which has now been revisited in The Mandalorian Season 3's Coruscant subplot. Whatever is left of the Empire, be it under the leadership of Moff Gideon or Thrawn, has clearly not given up the cloning research that traces back to the Clone Wars era. The Empire even absorbed the Kaminoans' research and continued exploring the possibilities of cloning as we know. That said, as much as it seems obvious that the Empire is trying to create Force-sensitive clones to serve as hosts for Palpatine or to create something like Snoke, there could be also another reason for them to seek out Grogu, and one possibility is calamari creatures who could repel the Force in the EU, which is the expanded universe, which would make a Thrawn trilogy concept canon. The calamari were brought into Star Wars canon thanks to Star Wars Rebels Season 3, in which a pair of sculptures clearly based on the EU species could be spotted in Grand Admiral Thrawn's office, and you see it in the background. That said, whether Disney's Star Wars canon calamari creatures referenced in Rebels have the same ability to surpass the Force as their EU counterparts is still unknown. Now still, if Grogu's blood and the cloning research are being used to develop a creature that could repel the Force, something like the calamari would be an interesting addition to the Mandoverse, and not necessarily to the Mandalorian Season 3. Lizards that can surpass the Force around them would not mean much to the risk of the Mandalorian's main character, as Din is not Force sensitive. That said, the Mandoverse has Force sensitive heroes we've seen, namely obviously Grogu, Ahsoka, and Luke. With Thrawn expected to be the villain in the upcoming Ahsoka series, the canon for Grand Admiral Thrawn could meet the canon, which would be amazing to see in the Mandalorian, and that could explain a bigger reason for the blood of Grogu. So comment down below, guys, give me your thoughts, your theories, as if you see the connection between the two, and if you can see why there's a bigger purpose for everything that is going on. As we spoke about in our recent video, that Ahsoka will be in the next episode for The Mandalorian, which is episode 4, and could give us a taste of what's to come for the Ahsoka series, as it's going to connect to The Mandalorian, even though this season for The Mandalorian Season 3 is going to be talking about the Mandalorians and Mandalore, but it can give a bigger picture as to what's to come for later seasons of The Mandalorian. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. Remember, hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell so you're always in the know as I have more content out tomorrow. Also, don't forget, I have a membership program. There's 3 tiers for that. Make sure you go join one of them. And as always, the Eternal Sith. Then, now, forever. Later, guys.